I got the idea, the design's done, I printed all the films, now it's screen time.
Making the Menace Orange Crush.
First thing we gotta do is reclaim some screens. Here's an old one I used for the Purple Riot tee. Go ahead and rip the tape off. And nice thing about screens is you can reuse them over and over. So here I'm spraying it with a little emulsion remover, scrubbing both sides real good. Then you hit it with a power washer. And look at that. That old design comes right off. Nice and clean. Next thing is to use a little haze remover. Sometimes the ink will kind of stain the mesh from the last print. So scrub this on there real good. Hose it off. And then finally hit it with a little degreaser. And that'll kind of get rid of any leftover little bits of crap. Then we got to dry it. I turned this little closet into my drying room. Built this little crappy rack. Stuck a dehumidifier in it. Works great. Next thing is we need a dark room. Boom. So I use my basement because this emulsion we're about to use is sensitive to light. So all these light bulbs I have down there are UV safe. Otherwise you'll screw the emulsion up. So give it a little stir. And we're going to go ahead and coat our screens. This is a scoop coater. And this is what we use to coat the screen with. So what you do is you take your screen, you tilt it so that the emulsion is making good contact with the screen, and you scrape right up the side. Boom. That'll leave you a nice even coating. Flip it around because you need to do both sides and coat it. Now you can check it in the light. Looks like it's got a good reflective even coating. Put her in the dryer overnight. Next day we'll go ahead and get our films out, and I'll put some tape underneath every corner of the film so it'll stick to the bottom of the screen. Now I line it up on this little template I made, and these are called registration marks, and they help keep everything lined up with each other once we get on press. And this just helps me make sure every film is on the same spot on all the screens. So grab my screen, lay it down, push down a little bit, just enough to get that tape to stick, and there we go. Boom. I cut this piece of foam to fit right inside the frame of the screen, and then I take a piece of glass and lay it on top of the screen. What I'm trying to do here is make sure that film has really good flat contact with that emulsion coating on the screen. That way we get a real good burn. Here's my little crappy DIY exposure unit I made. The little crappy lights from Amazon. 8.5 minutes it takes me. Set the timer and we're off. Now that UV light in that bulb is now hardening that emulsion, except the areas underneath that black ink on the film. So now I got 8.5 minutes to kill, and I usually do this. Pretty good, nice form. And then I take the glass and the, I'm stupid, angrily shake that foam out. Then I run upstairs, and I gotta be quick because I gotta wash this out fast. Here's a little booth I made from crappy parts from Marketplace. And here you can see how it washes out. Now all the areas that were exposed to light are hardened and they don't wash out, but the spots under that black ink on the film prevented that light from hardening it. So that washes out. And if you do it right, it'll wash out nice and clean and crisp. And I did that on this one, but I do screw up sometimes. I'm checking it for pinholes, looks pretty good. Here's another view of it. Now you can see right through that mesh where it washed out. And you can think of that like a screen door. And when I come across with a squeegee, all that ink's gonna come right through them little holes and print onto the shirt. And that's how it works. Dry it and we're finished. There we go. But I gotta do that 5 times because I need 5 screens for this Orange Crush shirt. So it's a lot of work. But it's gonna look awesome. I can't wait to print this. Next video, I'll get to do a test print and I'll show you how I put the screens on press and get the ink and print the thing. So this video went long. I was trying to keep all these within 3 minutes, but there was a lot of crap to cover here. But if you made it, thanks for watching. And next time we're going to print. Appreciate it. Thanks, everybody. gonna get put down? Thank you.